I apologize for the restart window. I'm not good with abrupt acceleration. I hope we don't need the parts of the ship that fell off along the way that much. In any case, Normandy won't survive one more acceleration, or any flight at all. I suggest we find a place to dock and inspect the shuttle. By the way, I'd like to note that leaving the shuttle and going into outer space at such a short distance from the core is impossible unless you want. We don't have enough engine power to activate the weapons. Paranoia is a type of chronic psychosis common for adulthood. Either your interlocutor knows something we don't, or she's an old woman. The ship won't hold up long, so take your time. A suitable place to dock. Looks like a part of the liner's garage module. Maybe we'll find some parts for Normandy there. There's a system for accurate docking installed here. That's great. Or perhaps for not so accurate docking. It looks like the engines have failed completely now, and will never get to the accelerating station. The engines have failed. The engines have It doesn't matter how- They're still not working. Maybe it's time for you to get busy. Okay, I'll wait. Maybe it's time for you to get busy. Maybe it's time for you to get busy.
Yes. Please go to the reception. Welcome. Go to the center.
This is not just a garage module, but a surviving diagnostic station. However, it doesn't sound like it's functioning nominally.
Welcome to the diagnostic center. Yes. Please go to the reception. Welcome. Go to the center.
It looks like he was accidentally killed by the diagnostic station. I can't find any other reason for this injury. This worker apparently saw the death of the previous one and started running away, not looking where he was running, and without a helmet. diagnostics panel works, although this part clearly doesn't belong here.
Hey! Don't touch it! Put it back! What are you doing? Put it back! Yeah, that's better. Oh, can you twist it a bit more?
I think at this rate we'll achieve nothing because this thing is short-circuiting the diagnostic station's brains.
What now? Put it back! Are you messing around with me? Put it... Oh, yes, back in! Oh, you jerk!
This diagnostic station is faulty, but we don't have any other one. The excess voltage is melting its circuits. You need to bring it to its senses somehow.
Bring you back to your senses, you dirty hungus with a helmet, if you don't stop coming at me. Welcome to the Diagnostics Center. Yes. Please go to the reception. Welcome. Diagnostics Center. Yes.
can't do anything here. We'll have to look for some controls.
You better look for the remnants of your dignity, you lousy pajamas.
The elevators aren't working, although it's not recommended to use elevators during a fire, earthquake, or the diagnostic station's self-torture. The main diagnostics room. You can say that this is the brain of the whole diagnostic station. And this brain is malfunctioning.
You are the one who's malfunctioning, you funerary diaper.
The processor control. It looks like we'll have to remove the excess voltage first. The central processor protection control console. It's not working. No, something's wrong. I see. Someone removed a protection from the processor and tried to So, nobody tried to run diagnostics on the coffins. Rather, on the contrary, they got the coffins burned because they were trying to decrypt them. Probably someone, like us, needed data from their sensors about the location of some particular object. It's locked from the inside. There should be a voice control module of the station here, as well as its speech filters. Maybe that's why it keeps calling us names?
Or maybe it's because you're a useless garment that keeps babbling too much.
What kind of monsters played an 18-hour recording of this song? It looks like this recording is the reason why the station's entire voice module burned down and it became so aggressive. The central processor. I thought such a fragile thing should be protected somehow, and not be just sticking out of the floor like this.
I stick out and in however I want. Diagnostic Center. Yes. Welcome. Go to the center, please. Oh. Yes. Please go to the reception. Welcome. Welcome to the Diagnostic Center. Yes. Please go to the reception. processor alone.
If the station doesn't like it, then we're doing it right.
Processor back. What kind of people are you?
It looks like the unprotected processor was causing power supply overload. This should help a little.
You better help yourself, sweat-smelling piece of junk.
This rotor is damaged. It's not quite needed for the diagnostic station's work. It'd be better to turn it off somehow. These are the levers controlling the rotor's speed. It's not working. You should first press the left one, then the right one, or
Pull harder. Yes, pull it out.
It's not working. You should first press the left one, then the right.
Pull harder. Yes, pull it out.
Perfect! You managed to break the rotor. It doesn't matter though.
Too bad it didn't hit you.
I don't know who hit it here, but why are you touching it? Throw it away before it appears on someone's live stream. This looks like a passageway to the debugging compartment. Perfect. Oh. There's something wrong here. I don't know what this dead man was trying to do, but the compensators shouldn't be under voltage.
Reattach the clips. Ugh.
There's less stuttering in its voice. Looks like everything is coming along all right. After a resounding success in the movies, they predicted this robot would have a great future. Poor fellow. How did he end up participating in something like this? By the way, it's now clear how this station was maintained and why it became deranged. No power. We've been in this situation before. If we fix these broken wires, we won't have to break the door. Probably.
Don't touch anything.
I don't even know if that's a good sign. Ugh, it has a toggle switch. Disgusting.
Don't touch anything.
This should help a little, although touching a toggle switch, even to survive, I really don't know.
Push my toggle switch to on. Push it to on.
Now, can you hear it? I can't hear its angry babbling either. Looks like it's time to reboot the central processor.
happened? Did you just reboot me by just pushing the button? I take it you'll continue damaging the equipment until I run diagnostics? Well then, the core of your shuttle is melting, the weapons are uncalibrated, passive defense is not installed, active defense is not installed. It's nothing but a tin can. Happy now? I'll fix your engines and you'll get out of here. Okay.
That's a good deal, and the only possible one. The diagnostic station is not designed for complex repairs at all. It's time to return to Normandy. By the way, maybe we could fast travel there. We're still here. Apparently, there's no fast travel in this game. We'll have to go back on foot. That's a shame. I picked out such a nice visual effect, such beautiful sounds, and such a nice loading bar. Have you seen it?
Oh, you're back already? It's done. By the way, you were saying something about going to the accelerating station. I want to inform you that without a friend or foe system, the protective systems of the liner's bow will destroy you. Good luck.
I'm sure we won't last long without decent repairs, so even the security systems won't be needed for the shuttle to fall apart. As for the friend or foe identification system, I don't know anything about it. Great! The engines are working, the life support system is working, the weapons are active.
oblak jak lubica, koniem siaca pierjeli. Znaju ta sława ród, pacy piwnego stoj, nie tam bijot i spoljem miota.
By the way, the weapons calibrate themselves automatically when shooting at random targets. I have no idea where to look for everything else listed in the diagnostics, and therefore, I suggest exploring the nearest debris. I shouldn't have said anything about the weapons. I have to warn you about the illegality of never mind. Acceleration, we won't be able to make a long-distance flight on Normandy. Although, I doubt that Captain Shepard's autopilot will allow us to get off course. Is it just me, or are we lost? Maybe we could check the map. Got it. I retract my question. ahead. I'm not mistaken, am I? Is it a fully functioning Breathedge coffin with hands? We've already seen such coffins, but I doubted it until now. An automatic maintenance team. They can patch us up, but nothing more. We can't get them to completely repair the shuttle. Repairs are complete. repairs are complete. Looks like this is the debris of the liner's bow. It was the only part that contained unique observation modules with domed glass. How this glass survived the disaster is a mystery to me, but it would be nice to get inside, at least out of curiosity. According to the number, this is one of the domed cooling modules. The extremely low temperatures overboard and the huge volumes of working fluids allowed the modules to maintain almost any temperature in the shell of the cores without unnecessary energy consumption. We could use something like this for the damaged core of Normandy. I have no detailed information about the liner's cooling system in my database, but I'm sure you'll have to find something and break something. I wonder if you can call icicles icicles in zero gravity. Technically, they form in a different way, which means they must have another name. Orbicles, for example. Or, expandicles, bursticles, pressuricles. I don't know. I'll allocate one of my processors for generating the name, perhaps. It looks like this is not a passageway leading to the dome, but a temporary storage module. I didn't know it was located in this part of the liner. So it is. These are temporary storage refrigerators. Everyone who was lucky enough to die during the flight on the liner was placed here, and according to my data, there were many of them. Blunt force trauma to the head? Nothing interesting here. Interesting. The design of these refrigerators is not that simple. If I had more information, I could make a useful blueprint for Normandy. Someone broke the refrigerator, froze the deceased, broke him apart, and then carefully put him back together. Very carefully, just like you. I advise you to throw this away before it melts. This boulder could be named in your honor. Just look at all the stuff it destroyed. Cardiac arrest, a common reaction of an elderly body to G-force. Everything is blocked with ice further on. It's unlikely we'll be able to break through. It's hard to tell anything from these remains. This is a fairly common situation, which is a bit disturbing. What strange remains? If I make the assumption that coffins can replace the corpses inside them with fresh bodies like batteries, would you think I'm crazy? Despite the damage, the nitrogen valve control unit in this refrigerator remained intact. Very interesting. This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much colder, although you could get under the dome from here. Now everything is clear. I must say it looks pretty accurate. Even died awkwardly like the character in that series. Amazing! I can't imagine how this happened, but by looking at the junction box in his hand, I can make a rough diagram of how to connect the refrigerator. Looks like I figured out the general concept of integrating thermal control systems, even though I don't have an engineering chip installed in me. All that's left is to study the cooling system controller and figure out where to get the working fluid. Then we can assemble a cooling unit for Normandy. Simple as pie. Looks like acute poisoning, or stupid poisoning, as he ate a hamster. Now it's clear how to disable the flow of nitrogen.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible. Tell truth. Confirm.
I wonder if you can call icicles icicles in zero gravity. Technically, they form in a different way, which means they must have another name. Orbicles, for example. Or, expandicles, bursticles, pressuricles. I don't know. I'll allocate one of my processors for generating the name, perhaps. It looks like this is not a passageway leading to the dome, but a temporary storage module. I didn't know it was located in this part of the liner. So it is. These are temporary storage refrigerators. Everyone who was lucky enough to die during the flight on the liner was placed here, and according to my data, there were many of them. Blunt force trauma to the head? Nothing interesting here. Let's hope the deceased didn't walk away on their own. Very interesting. The design of these refrigerators is not that... Someone broke the refrigerator, froze the deceased, broke him apart, and then carefully put him back together. Very carefully, just like you. I advise you to throw this away before it melts. This boulder could be named in your honor. Just look at all the stuff it destroyed. Everything is blocked with ice further on. It's unlikely we'll be able to break through. Despite the damage, the nitrogen valve control unit in this refrigerator remained intact. Very interesting. What strange remains? If I make the assumption that coffins can replace the corpses inside them with fresh bodies like batteries, would you think I'm crazy? It's hard to tell any... This is a fairly common situation, which is a bit disturbing. Another elderly person with cardiac failure. Don't envy their funerary spacesuits. It must be so stressful for them. I can't imagine how this happened, but by looking at the junction box in his hand, I can make a rough diagram of how to connect the refrigerator. Looks like I figured out the general concept of integrating thermal control systems, even though I don't have an engineering chip installed in me. All that's left is to study the cooling system controller and figure out where to get the working fluid. Then we can assemble a cooling unit for Normandy. Simple as pie. Looks like acute poisoning, or stupid poisoning, as he ate a hamster. Now everything is clear. I must say, it looks pretty accurate. He even died awkwardly, like the character in that series. Interesting. The deceased has no pathologies or external injuries. He's healthier than you. Now it's clear how to disable the flow of nitrogen. This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much colder, although you could get under the dome from here. how to disable the flow of nitrogen. This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much colder, although you could get under the dome from here. Turn the A02 valve all the way to the right, then the 3 nitrogen reduction valves. Turn the B6 valve to the left at a 30-degree angle. Don't forget to depressurize the valve. Well, or like this. All right, time to check the dome. The cooling system controller should be here somewhere. We're looking for some sort of a... box? No, probably a computer, or a room, or maybe a data block, or a barrel with a button. I haven't fully studied what it should look like. Wait a second, this mosaic. So that's why your relative's face seemed so familiar to me. A brilliant engineer, one of the creators of the core, and the father of artificial intelligence. It's him! Amazing! Are you sure you're not adopted? The crew was killed shortly before the crash. They didn't even have anything to defend themselves with. I noticed that it's enough for a human to get one hit in any part of the body to die, whereas coffins only die when certain points on the head and stomach are damaged. According to some sketchy fragments of data, I assume that it might be the office of your grandpa and his team. Did you know that he was supposed to be on board the liner? An employee pass is required. I wonder if a handy scrapper will do, or if you'll have to search the bodies. Ouch, that must hurt. Untreated wastewater. I wouldn't recommend defrosting and drinking it. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Solids detected. The deceased is on the ship's crew list. I've checked. I don't know why, though. It's a good thing you only need to pass from a corpse, but not the corpse itself. Apparently, your grandpa was supposed to fly as a crew member and monitor the Corps' activity. I wish I'd had a chance to talk to him. All the equipment was destroyed, and someone took all the data blocks. Someone's been looking for something here. I wonder what it was. A masterpiece. Or rather, it used to be a masterpiece. Isn't this the brilliant scientist who disappeared with his grandson after claiming to have invented the portal gun? Most likely, the liner's core was remotely controlled from here, but someone broke everything. Did he know how to create ball lightning with his bare hands? What a great man. What a great relationship. I remember that event. I was at the dry cleaners after an unpleasant incident. At the time, and while they were cleaning my circuit board, according to my data, this planetarium has the most detailed map of the galaxy. We could really use it right now. I think the controller must be here somewhere. Here it is, the cooling system controller. I told you it looked like, this. Either the controller is broken, or we don't have access. In any case, I only need to examine its internals, so I suggest using a handy scrapper. Okay, I see. Enough damage. I've made a blueprint of the cooling unit. You can feel how hot my logic board is. No less than 85 degrees. I knew you wouldn't say no. It's hot, isn't it? Just like Normandy's core, which we need to cool down already. However, I have some unpleasant news for you. I found out where to find the working fluid for the cooling unit, but you are unlikely to like it. In any case, we will need a drill and moral depravity. I can't stop thinking about your brilliant relative. He clearly worked here and designed many of the liner's systems. Could the accident have been caused by someone who needed his body or the data from his office? Yes, that's right. The working fluid is inside of them in the area of the bladder. We really need it, but they don't. It's the working fluid, no doubt about it. That should work. When installing it, don't touch the core's shell. At least now you won't get fried inside of me and smear my lining with your combustion residue. No, there is definitely something wrong here. I tried to track the flight path of your relative's body using the information of the coffins we opened earlier. He disappeared right after you lost him. Moreover, the other coffins didn't receive either any signal about the destruction of the coffin or its coordinates. passengers who lived in such modules, but ordinary people could definitely not afford it. I'm sure there's something interesting under this dome. There might even be a whole spaceship. It looks like some pastures for synthetic cows. Someone surely didn't know a better way to invest their money. We can dock